These are 3 good reasons to put your spouse on the payroll and 1 reason that doesn't work. Hey, I'm Christopher Small. I'm the owner of Big Bird Accounting. We do bookkeeping and tax strategy for law firm owners. Also own a 7-figure law firm, so those two go together well. Love talking about business and stuff and tax strategy for law firm owners. So if you're here and you want more, follow, subscribe, do those things, okay? And if you need help, bigbirdaccountng.com. So 3 good reasons to put your spouse on the payroll and 1 bad reason, or 1 that does not work. Got asked this question actually in the mastermind group that I run last week. And if it's getting asked there, people care about it here too. So I wanted to talk about it. Here are the 3 reasons. And 1, by the way, if you're going to put your spouse on the payroll, they should be doing some work for you of some kind. It doesn't even have to be a full-time pay, but you want to give them some responsibilities. You want them to be doing some work. You want this thing to be legit. Okay, so let's just start there. So probably the number 1 tax strategy, the number 1 tax reason for putting a spouse on payroll is if you have a lot of profit left over at the end of the year and you're just looking for a way to reduce your tax liability and you don't care if that money is sort of available to you or not, is to put your spouse on payroll, pay them, but then use that pay to max out their retirement contributions every year. They put them on, pay them a salary, and literally all of those dollars then go into the retirement account. You get to write all those off. Obviously your payroll taxes you're gonna have to pay, but that's a write-off. Salary is a write-off from the business. And so you're going to save a lot of money on taxes by utilizing this strategy. You want to make sure, though, that that money that you're putting away is sort of just extra. Okay, that's important. So that's the first reason. And the primary reason, what a lot of people do when they utilize sort of spouse on payroll for tax strategies. If you don't necessarily want to max out everything, but you want to use some of that, that's great. Second reason to put your spouse on payroll is that once you do that, then a lot of their sort of personal items become write-offs as well. Cell phone, laptop, all of these different things that people might use throughout the day in their lives can become a write-off for the business because they are using it for the business, and the business can purchase it and obviously write it off. So that gets pretty fun as well. That's the second reason, sort of tax related. This third reason to put your spouse on the payroll is not tax related at all. It's totally mindset. It's totally happy spouse, happy life type of a thing. If your spouse is working hard in your business, they are contributing a lot, even if it's just brain power. For example, my wife helps me with Big Bird Accounting. She helps quite a bit. She's important to the business and I rely on her for a lot of stuff and she does a lot for the business. I wouldn't say that it's a lot of hours necessarily, but her contribution is important. If she was like, look, I just want to catch a paycheck because it makes me feel good, it makes me feel like I'm a part of the sort of the business, then we will put her on payroll. She's not on payroll yet because we're still in startup mode. She's the owner, right? So she's still just contributing her time until we can sort of do that, right? But sometimes there's a psychological reason for doing it, and that's okay too. Not everything that you do in your business needs to be for a tax purpose. If it has a tax purpose that comes with it, that's great, right? It's like icing on the cake. But it doesn't always have to have a tax purpose to be something that you do. So there is this non-tax reason, which is just you want to demonstrate their value to them, and so you're going to pay them, okay? And some people really, really need that, some don't. If you're somebody that does, then consider that, okay? So those are the 3 reasons. Here's the 1 bad reason to put your spouse on payroll because it doesn't work. It's not allowed under the law. That is, putting your spouse on the payroll does not automatically allow them to just travel with you everywhere and have their travel count as a business expense. Okay, spouse is not on the payroll and they travel with you for a business trip. You should not write off their plane ticket. You should not write off their meals. Okay, you can write the hotel off if they stay with you because you're staying there. That type of stuff. Putting them on the payroll does not automatically make their travel business travel. The IRS is pretty clear on this. You need to have a specific reason for that person traveling for the business as well. They are putting on a presentation. They need to meet with a client. They need to do something that's actually integral to the business, okay? If it's going to be for that type of business trip. As an owner or sort of on the board of advisors, you can do strategic business trips together where you're going to talk business and the purpose is to get away, to clear distractions, do all that stuff. Then the travel is going to be okay, whether on payroll or not. But putting your spouse on payroll does not allow them to automatically travel with you and then write off their travel. Okay, so make sure you know that. Okay, that's it. If you got value from this, again, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, hit the whatever button is there for you to keep getting more of this information. We talk about taxes, we talk about law firm business, we talk about bookkeeping, we talk about finances, we talk about everything to make your law firm more profitable. So hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. That is it for today, okay? I'm Christopher Small. Once again, I own Big Bird Accounting. If you need help with that type of stuff, go to bigbirdaccountng.com, sign up for a free law firm profit audit with me, 30 minutes. I'll look at your books. I'll give you some tax strategies right there, and I'll talk to you about how we can help you if it's a good fit. All right? That is it. Have a great day. See ya.